Hello, Get Wrexed tubers, and welcome back. Look where we are today, playing Final Fantasy VI. So, I'm sure I had some angry comments on the last video. I sort of forgot, and I mean, to be fair, it's not terribly, clear, but, I guess I forgot the specific mechanics of this boss fight. And it took some save state reloading to actually figure it out for sure. So you remember I said before that usually you need 1 or 2 people to be dead? I think 66% or so of the time that's the correct advice. But the truth is, it's one specific randomly chosen character that needs to be dead or zombied or doomed or something like that. Which would be great if we had someone that had a spell that inflicted the doom status. We don't. But if you happen to have, so just to prove this, I can kill anyone else here. I can try. I've changed our build a little bit, in case you're wondering, but I can kill a different character here, and Wrexsoul will not show up, just to be completely 100% clear for you guys. It was just randomly chosen as Mog this time around. Could have been anybody. So you see, like, Shadow is quite dead, and nothing will happen until Mog dies. The first time we played through, I let Shadow and Mog both die, which was unfortunate because Terra was the one that needed to die. So to prove it, I would have needed to revive the other two and kill Terra, and then we could have seen him. It's just, this boss just drives me bonkers. It was always rough in the old days, and it's still terrible now. Let's see how easy it is to kill him if we bring him out. So I haven't really done anything super special for prep, other than, well, you know, haste and regeneration and maybe shell. Get Wrexsoul. Unfortunately, Shadow here doesn't have a whole lot of good healing options. Like, it would have been nicer if Shadow was the cursed one, and I could keep Mog alive. So if you could get them to trigger Doomy Doom, I believe that would have also triggered Wrexsoul to show up. But the only way to do that is, how did he slow Terra? She's got auto haste. Anyway, the reason I'm redoing this fight, for one, is to correct my mistake on the last video. And 2, I believe you only get the actual treasure if you kill Wrexsoul. So there is a actual boss drop here that we can theoretically get. Assuming I can win this fight now that I know what to do. Now, I could revive Mog, and that's not a terrible plan, if you're having trouble. So if you feel like you're about to get wiped, because Wrexsoul is Rexing you, use a Phoenix Down or whatever on your cursed character, whoever they are. And it might even have a little bit of time here. No. The game does not give you very much time to figure it out. Now, the thing is, I'm not 100% sure if that's, like, now we could take a short break to, sort of regenerate the party. I'm not sure if it still will be Mog that we need to kill now, so I'll be doing another little save state trickery here to sort of find out if, well, is it still Mog, or is it someone else? You wouldn't need to use, good, survive with 9 HP. You wouldn't need to, save state it like this, but it saves a lot of time if it turns out it was Terra this round. That's not very good. He shouldn't, unless I'm really missing things, he shouldn't regenerate his HP while he's off-screen. Fenrir will give us Vanish, that's almost useless here. Sorry, Shadow, you've just not really been a terribly useful character. Oh, well, physical attack. That's more damage than I expected. Not bad. I was hoping Mog would be more useful here for this battle. I changed his relic because his spear seemed kind of poor on the last try. And I gave him kind of X magic with the Sage Stone and all that. Ooh, danger, danger. We die right here due to combo attack. Actually, we do die right here. So we got Just 3 really powerful spells all in a row, and even at full health with Shell on, we're dead. So, I mean, Wrexsoul, he's really, really fun. Sorry for cheating, but, you know, I mean, how much time did I spend fighting this fight last time? Hey, we got to see the Dark on attack with the Punisher Rod. Now you know what rod I have equipped. So yeah, I mean, I think we just got totally terrible luck there. I don't know if Wrexsoul himself has any, I'm trying to say, if he has any counterattacks. It's possible. I guess you could use Storm. Actually, if he's weak to water and not ice, this will do more damage, probably. But I didn't scan him because I don't have time for stuff like that. Oh no, that's way worse than ice. It looks like his counterattack is Karma, and it doesn't work terribly well. Now, I would have sworn that I gave Terra the, some... Oh, I know! She was hasted, or she should be hasted because, I forgot. I switched off her Aegis Shield, which gives her auto haste, and gave her, fire protection, the Flame Guard shield instead. Ah, now I know why. That's fine, that's... I didn't expect the enemies to cast slow, is all, so... It's probably gonna hurt a bit. Oh, or not. That spell's not as strong as I would have guessed. I guess I could try the break spell on him as well. And then they're gonna flare us to death with the soul fires. Again. Well, I guess all we can get out of Shadow here that's useful is, using him to throw healing items at Terra. That's really... I really like... Okay, so now he's changed targets again. I wish it showed you something so you know who it was supposed to be. It's clearly not Mog anymore. I'm hoping it's changed to Shadow, though. Shadow being, probably the least useful in this fight. Although we're running a little low on Terra's MP here. Oh, look, you can cast Regeneration on the Moogle. I might want to cast Shell as well. No good buffs. Oh, I did learn, I was wrong before on the last episode. You can slow these guys. I just got unlucky. Like, I cast slow on them, and they missed twice, because random chance, basically. And then that made me think, can you not just cast a spell one time? Does it have to be double magic? Fine then, get back in the air. Yeah, it's, I just didn't test out enough last time. I should have known. Well, see, now on camera, we're not allowed to slow them. But trust me when I say I've done a little bit of testing, and you can, in fact, slow them. We could try to dispel their haste as well, technically. Well, Shadow, you've been too good for this world. So it's not Shadow, it's Terra that has to die. That sucks. So that's our big damage dealer out of the way. Well, seeing as slow has been failing us, let's double slow it here. I guess we should put Regen on Shadow and then we'll go for it. Oh good, we slowed one of them. I miss Sabin. Oh good, we got the other one that time. So at least these two are slowed for now. I assume Wrexsoul will immediately cause problems, you know what I mean. Alright, so everyone's hasted and regened. I know Terra needs to die. It's still maybe worth putting Shell on these two because once she's gone, I don't know how powerful we're gonna be. I assume double break will work on the boss pretty well. That's kind of the idea here, which with the... Let's try to get some sort of... There's a healing one in there if we use it. Of course not. So we'll let Terra do one more Shell, and then we'll kill her, I guess. I wish Shadow had Fire Absorb, but, oh good, it's super expensive. Never mind. Alright, it's fine. Goodbye, Terra. I did a lot of damage. Alright, here we go. Boss time. Boss mode again. At least I get to show you guys how to do this fight properly. I don't know if I ever... I'm sure I must have memorized the proper mechanics for this guy at some point. That's not very good damage. Ice 3 was so much better. That's how close he was to dying. Alright, good enough. If I hadn't done that storm, I bet you Terra would have killed him before we had to do the health cycle again. Okay, tell me we get some special armor. There we go. Well, I'm glad I revisited it. Even if this fight kind of drove me nuts. Let's just speed through all this because you saw it last episode. And I've got other things I'd like to do today besides play around with Cyan. Okay. Got his Bat-Mazmune, got his sword skills. And we'll pick up our Esper. Third last Esper. Alexander, I believe. And... no, not third last. There's still 4 left, I think. I think... no, there's 2 left. I think I said this before. So Odin will be only for Strago. Bahamut is only for Realm. They're on the same tier. Phoenix is 2 people. Alexander is probably 2 people. And then the last 2 will be Ragnarok and... ooh. Ragnarok, I don't know where it's going to be. And... Crusader, I think? And I think Crusader's the one from killing all 8 dragons. So we need to go on a little trip where we don't really get... a little break from Esper hunting, because until we go dragon slaying, and unfortunately you can't fight all the dragons until the final boss, the final dungeon, that is. Anyway, there you go. That fight, I'm sure everyone who's played Final Fantasy VI, probably Brave New World or not, knows that that boss is a real jerk, and you'll have to forgive me, I didn't look it up ahead of time. I was playing off of old memories from, I guess I haven't played Final Fantasy VI probably in a couple of years. I generally know the game pretty well, but I guess my memory failed me. So, my bad. I approached Wrexsoul incorrectly. I always thought it wasn't tied to a specific character. I thought it was just tied to someone on the team. Sometimes 2 of them had to be dead for him to come back. Turns out that was wrong. It actually is a specific character that he's sort of cursed, I guess. That would be the way I would program it better in the future, is like... you have a character who's sort of cursed, some sort of spell effect so you can tell. And if, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, we didn't get to test it out, but I think Zombied counts for him coming back. So there's a couple ways to do it without them being dead. Not that Zombie helps you very much, but I think if you can do it with the Doom counter on it, then you've got like, you know, 20 to 30 seconds of all 3 characters wailing on him before they finally die. And that's a lot more useful, and probably the proper way to do it. Unfortunately, well, I think our party... did everyone have... I think some people must have had death protection, because he never... the Doomy Doom never worked. So yeah, Terra had complete death protection, I think. And, I don't know about these 2, but... I never saw Doomy Doom work on Shadow either. Not that... I guess, you know, maybe what it was for Shadow, he just had enough evasion that if it was considered a physical attack, it just never worked. And, Mog, I don't know what his excuse was, but... anyway, so the next job... there's a couple big dungeons left. There's a couple side things we could do. While we've got Cyan in the team, actually, I'm just going to do something we could have done a lot earlier. You may remember that before we recruited him... there was this girl he was writing letters back and forth to. So I thought, maybe we should just go unite those 2, see what happens. Oh, you know what? I may have missed it. Oh. So he... Okay, never mind. This translation is... I'm just catching up. So she did get the updated letter that we read back on Cyan's Mountain from Zozo about explaining the truth. I thought that was not the letter he sent, but it is in fact the letter he sent. So, I believe... Oh. I feel like we kind of did things out of order here a little bit. Because he... Okay, yeah. So he did send another love letter. And then we were supposed to switch them now that he's... I can't remember if the trigger is after he's done his castle or just after we've talked him into saving the world. This is the same one we read back on top of his mountain, so... She just wasn't supposed to know about it until we switched the letters. Maybe it's a slight, like, it's maybe not translation, but they couldn't change a... It may have been like a variable switch bug or something that didn't trigger properly for us. I don't know. Usually you would trigger that scene a lot earlier, so sort of my bad for not coming back till now. I got caught up with the hunt to rescue, or to recruit your party and hunt for espers. That's... I'm trying to right some wrongs today, guys. I'm trying to right some wrongs. So the next little mini adventure we'll do involves Gao, who probably grew stronger on the Veldt if you ask him. Where is he? Where is the little punk? Where is our little rabid boy? Hanging out in the engine room? What are you doing down here, you punk? Look, he got stronger on the Veldt, everybody. I wish he'd just learned some rages passively on the Veldt, but that's not what ever happens. Anyway, we're gonna send him and the girls. All the girls and Gao. No need to specifically do that, but I feel like it's appropriate. And we're gonna go to the crazy old man. Maybe... Does he actually require Sabin? I guess maybe it actually requires Sabin. My bad. I always have Sabin in my party. If you can't guess, when I'm playing this one on my own, I just always bring Sabin for everything, because he's amazing. So knowing that some of these triggers require him, never would have crossed my mind. Alright, so the girls... Plus the bulky repairman... Plus the boy. Alright, we'll see. Maybe you need Cyan too from the old party from the first time you visit this guy. Well, I guess Cyan didn't meet him the first time, but... Let's try this again. He did tell us once upon a time he tossed the rabid boy demon thing to the Veldt. Well, a little bit crazy, but, you know, I think his mother died in childbirth, right? Shopping trip! It's very important you wait till you've got the whole party to do this. So they teach him some manners. At least one manner. Yes, thou! The girls go shopping. I feel like this has been expanded a little bit in Brave New World. Which is totally great. Mr. Thou's hat? Mr. Thou doesn't even have a hat. Oh. Yes, and then burn it. There's the tuxedo. A foppish dandy. Oh, you're gonna turn him into a bard at this rate. Alright, this has definitely been customized substantially. I appreciate it. Got treasure hunted right to oblivion there. What a great young man he's become. Well, let's see. Let's see it. Pummeled into next month! That's even worse than suplexed into next week. Look at all these words the kid's learning. Well, that's Gao's backstory. It's not terrible. I thought it was a pretty good little scene there at the shopping mall. The only downside is I don't think you actually get anything out of this one. Now then, who wants waffles? Yeah, you don't get any espers, you don't get any ultimate gear. You just have a little touching moment with the family. Okay, so kind of running out of time. So what I was going to show you guys, or what I was going to start today, was we had two options. Either we assault the Tower of Doom, which is probably going to get us all killed, or we do Strago's side quest. And unfortunately, his side quest might take a little bit longer than I was thinking. We'll get set up for Strago's and we'll get it started and see how things are going. I haven't used Strago in a while, so hey, I want to see some other people's recruitment dialogue. Oh, yeah. That's why we don't talk to her. Alright, thanks, Strago, for sounding normal. Okay, so we're gonna bring Strago. We have to bring him. We're gonna bring Realm, cause... Now, that's two of my low-tier characters. I can't keep bringing terrible characters on this mission, or we're all gonna die. So, who do we bring to fill out the roster? Well, Cyan has some new stuff. He's pretty good. Locke needs to level up, but he's not gonna carry the team. So I'm thinking it's probably Terra or Celeste. And probably Celeste because she can use the the Leo spirit for shock. Because this is kind of a weak party, in my opinion, and I need someone who's really strong. Now, I'm missing out on the Edgar Sabin team. Okay, who could it be? I'm not bringing Yumaro and Gogo. We'll play with them a little bit later on. Gao is pretty terrible at this point for me. Just non-controllable is not what I need coming up. Mog is okay, but not as good as Edgar. Shadow is okay, but not really dishing out very much damage. Sabin's up there with Edgar. Setzer is like way back here with Gao. So is Locke, honestly. And so yeah, I mean, like, who would I bring? Well, probably one of these. And we've got a fair bit of magic covered with those two. I guess I don't need Celeste for magic. Let me just see what spells we have available for these guys. So we're Meteor Flare, lots of offensive stuff. Some good healing spells. Regen X is pretty good for healing. Cure 3 will heal a lot. Like, I'm worried about not bringing some with Cure 1 for a cheap MP healer. A cheap MP costing heal spell. But maybe we don't need Celeste after all. Okay. What I can do is give Realm... I think I can give Realm the Sage's Stone? Or is that only Strago? I'll have to unequip, but it's probably on Mog. This is my thought process between episodes most of the time, trying to balance a party that's not the worst. I really wish we had... There is an item out there that boosts magic damage. I've seen it for trade at the Coliseum, but I've never gotten one from Treasure just yet, and that's the kind of thing that we're really missing out on. Is it really Strago only? Dang it. I thought Realm would be able to use it. It's the Sage's Stone, which gives us X magic. Somewhere down here. There we go. Sage Stone. Oh, it's Locke. Oh, who cares about Locke? Now, I know the Rogue Cloak gives you magic damage as well, technically. Alright, well, I guess then our damage output is what it is. Oh yeah, I forgot. I spent a little bit of time getting a couple more lures with Strago off camera. You guys should remember where Bad Breath came from. That was the Marlboros in Daryl's Tome. So that's no big deal. We've had Blaze for a fair while. Blowfish is for that's old stuff. Discord, Holy Wind, Raid. Oh, also, by the way, Blaze is a multi-target, a bull spell. Yeah, I think it does less damage if you multi-target, but it's kind of like the Fire, Ice type spells. That's kind of neat. I didn't think any lures could do that, so that might be a slight change in Brave New World. I picked up Refract off of a lore from Gao. I think it's the Witch lore, which is one of the ones from the Phoenix Cave, so that's where that came from. Reflect plus Image is okay, I guess. And then Tsunami, we saw this in the under Figaro Castle, the destroyed by well, you know what I mean, the whatever the name of that dungeon is, the watery dungeon below Figaro Castle. And it seems like it's pretty strong, like it's pretty expensive. So this might help Strago out. He is missing 2, and hopefully in his next dungeon we'll be able to get his last 2. And now that we've got Cyan, I know this episode's kind of gone crazy. We're going to try out Cleave and see if he can do a ton of damage. Let's just equip them quick, do a couple test battles, and then we'll probably start the fun stuff tomorrow. So, I think because he can use the Nirvana Band, he probably should. Not too many people can equip that either, and it's perhaps the best... Well, I don't know if it's the straight-up best relic, but it's definitely... Because I think it's like Edgar, Sabin, and Cyan that can use it or something. Like, it's really, really good. It's just limited on who can equip it. Where was it? There we go. Yeah, just Cyan, Edgar, and Sabin. Just my boys. Not amazing stats, but plus 25 damage, 25% damage seems pretty good to me. So you can have that, and, oh man, I don't know what we're going to get into in this dungeon. I don't know what Brave New World's going to do with this upcoming dungeon. I kind of like giving Cyan the hero ring, and I'm not sure if the plus 25% stack. They used to. If you got earrings, the magic damage plus 25%, or whatever percent it was in the base game, having 2 of those was always a great choice for tons of damage. I think the Masamune, I'll probably just call it to not sound weird, probably comes with auto counter already. I mean, I don't know, lots of good relic choices. We'll just go with the hero ring for now. And if we go double Genji armor, it gives them a lot of physical defense, which is kind of... I mean, it's not as good as someone with a shield, but it's pretty good for taking a hit for somebody. If you're fighting undead, you might want this weapon, whatever it's called, weird name. But the Punisher is really good for magic. And, I mean, because he can only use the light shields, we should probably go with the one that gives him magic. If we're fighting someone that uses different elements, then we might want to trade these out, but I don't know what kind of elements we'll be up against. And I figure for Strago, it's really just worth probably boosting his magic damage as much as possible. So either the stat hat or something like the circlet. The circlet gives him a lot more magic defense, so that's fine, I guess. But the speed is pretty good, I don't know. And he has to compete with Realm for some of these as well, but we can get his magic to almost 100. I think it caps at like 128 or something, I forget. Anyway, we'll give him that. And Celeste can go with magic oriented as well. We're making a very magical party here. And we're not doing the tower even, but we'll be using a lot of the same characters for the tower. Except not Cyan. Now, I'm going to give her the Aegis Shield for auto haste. I do need to uncurse this hero shield at some point. But auto haste is pretty great. And then for her lately... Honestly, the girls always seem to wear the circlets. Do I have enough? Not really. Oh, but then I guess Realm gets the cat hood, which is kind of unique to her, so she gets kind of special stuff. I still wish I had more brushes. This is the first time I've used the magic brush. Let me just show you guys what it can do. I'm looking for one that like can cast like regeneration. So we've got safe, just straight up healing, and shell. It would be nice to have some other brushes that could give us regen or re-raise or auto haste, or well, not auto haste, but you know what I mean, like haste. Similarly, we'll give her the ice guard again for magic. I only have one magic cube, and I might end up giving that to Realm. Man, we got a lot of magic. Didn't I just say I was probably not going to bring Celeste? I'm sorry, guys. I'm friggin'... It's fine. No, it's not. What am I talking... This is BlueAnkylo going completely crazy today. The reason I was going to change Celeste out was because it's too much magic, and those two can cover the magic. So no cure one. Which one of the boys do we bring? I think the double jump does the most damage. That's the truth of the matter is shock is great, but we've already got pretty good multi-target spells. So let's bring Edgar again with the old Dragon Helm. Armor doesn't really matter too much. Oh yeah, I got that Force Armor too. That's some good stuff there. Because he's in the back row, physical defense doesn't even matter as much for him. And then we always go... I always go anyway. I don't know about you guys, but I like Dragon Seal and the Power Glove. Again, he could use the Nirvana thingamajigger, but that only really helps out, I think, his Bio Blaster and his Flash. So most of the time, physical damage is what he's going to do. It also makes his auto crossbow amazing. So you give him those. Strago, so then it's either... I only have one magic cube. We'll give it to... Maybe I should give it to Strago because he's got... He could have X magic. And X magic burns through the MP a lot. Yeah, okay. And then Realm... Maybe someone should have the back guard. I didn't really plan for that, but, you know, pincer attacks are pretty brutal. We don't need preemptive rates quite... We don't need preemptive attacks all that badly. And then if she's my healer, it's nice to have her not turn to stone. Counterattacks are pretty bad for her, so maybe don't do that. I wish I knew exactly what the Memento Ring did. For now, I'll give her that, although it might have been a better option to go with, what am I trying to say? It might have been smarter to give her a ribbon, but that's fine. So, new spells for Cyan we should learn, which is nice. Like, we'll have someone that can learn Holy at long last. That's cool. So, Auto Reflect. Wow, I don't know how often I'd want that. Unless we fight a lot of enemies that cast water magic, we'll give him Kirin. And then for Strago, Speed is really good. Also, he can learn X Zone. I missed that one. Good job, Blue. What's the best bonus here? He could get MP plus 25, but the Magic Cube already gives it that, and it doesn't stack or anything. So, Speed's probably pretty good for the old man. And then for Edgar, I love the Auto Haste. And for Realm, Auto Regeneration, Auto Save. What's most likely to kill her? Let me just check her stats real quick here. She's got pretty good magic defense, so I guess Auto Safe is probably more useful to keep her alive, because she has really bad HP. Kind of interesting. Also, Summoning Bahamut is always fun, so that's good. Also, I do have an Esper level here. Let's give her probably just the magic or the speed, but I'll give her a little bit more magic boost. Just double check all this stuff. Look at this. This way we don't have to do any of this next episode. Some of you guys, I'm sure like everyone's already stopped watching. I'm just talking to like one viewer who's left this on autoplay in the background somewhere. What I want to show off before we get to the end, this is all I was trying to get to, was Cyan's new Bushidos, and maybe a couple of Strago's lures. Also, this is the forest where you fight Allosauruses, which is where you learn some of the lore. So, let's see if you sketch them what happens. Sometimes that's fun. Nightmare, right. That's not very good. Well, it was not very good when Gao did it. It's better when Realm does it. So, one thing I was thinking with Edgar is he does have the ability to mana battery the other people, which recovers some MP if they get rasped down to 0, for instance. Okay. So let's try out lore. Just to see the damage for Tsunami here. And then I need to see what the final Blitz does. Or, Bushido. Starts with a B. You know, almost 5,000 damage to the enemy group is pretty solid. That is where we learned Raise back in the day. Cleave! Alright, so I'm assuming it's instant death, which means it's basically worthless. Great. All that work for Cyan's top tier, and it's friggin' instant death attack. So it's basically like using Odin. Yeah, that's too bad. Instant death, I mean, I don't know how many enemies it works on, but... So Bad Breath gives a bunch of status effects if it works. Yeah, look how amazing those two abilities are. What a shame. What a darn shame. Any other lores or sword techs we could show off? We'll do 1 or 2 more fights here just for fun. Mostly just so I can show off a couple more things. I guess we've got X Zone. Maybe a normal group encounter would work for that. I assume dinosaurs are just immune to instant death. They have lived this long. Harpy, hey, that's a pretty strong enemy again. So X Magic. Oh, good. That's Thanks, Realm, for being amazing against giant birds. She is the bird killer at this point. This is a strange island. The random encounters aren't maybe great for what I'm trying to show off. There we go. So this is the kind of battle that maybe we can get some value out of X Zone or something. So I'll try X Zone. It's pretty expensive. And, man, I wish he had some better spells. We'll try Dark. So if Realm was our primary healer, how much does Cure 3 do? It's kind of expensive. It definitely will full heal the whole party, unless Edgar or Cyan are really getting beaten up. Oh look, X-Zone, it worked. So X-Zone is, it's kind of special instant death, the way I remember it. Some enemies will still be immune to it, but I think it's a special flag. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments, but I think it's different than your typical death protection. So, like, undead enemies that get back up won't get back up again from it. If I remember correctly, anyway. Let's try this. I assume this might be one of those as well, where it cuts them to pieces rather than instant death, like Death Elemental. Or it's just complete trash. I mean, that's another option. Also, just so that I'm prepped, how much actual MP does that restore? Whatever that is, not very bad. Regen X, about 500 HP plus Regen is pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I was going to show you, Blaze can be multi-targeted. That's right. That's one of the things I wanted to demonstrate. But it doesn't really do a ton of damage. But it does set, is it Poison and Sap or Blind and Sap or something? Unless the enemy has auto-regens, and then Poison will never work, or whatever it is. I always get them mixed up, it's all good. Anyway, I think we're going to end the episode here. I was just playing around a little bit. I'm not sure how... Like, this party doesn't feel very strong, but we're going to have to make do with what we've got. I wish Strago and Realm had a little bit more MP. Does Strago really have so little that... What does he have equipped that changes his max MP? Because this should have given him 50% max MP. Why is that not changing his max MP there, guys? That didn't change it. Unfortunately, you can't see his MP from the equipment screen, so... Something must be multiplying it already. Alright, so... The circlet? I know the Magus hat was supposed to, but... Was that what he had equipped? Hold on. What does the Magus hat... It was the Magus hat, right? I'm really getting confused here. Wow. So that's 25%. That's not even as good as the relic. So if you went with Magic Cube first, oh, same old. So that's supposed to be 50%. So it was the circlet. So I didn't know that then. Somehow I never noticed that the circlet gives you plus 50% MP. That's really good. No wonder I've been using it so much and just figuring it was fine. Like, let me see here. Yeah, it does say. I didn't even know that. Wow. Okay, that'll teach me for being dumb. Circlet's really, really good equipment. Wow. Alright. So Realm actually should go circlet if she can equip it, which she can't. Dang it. Realm! So if you go... So what this changes is, that frees up a relic slot. The magic cube just gives them +7 magic, which doesn't really matter. So what we can do is give him something else. It'd be nice, something to give him some magic, but you know what? Because you can go with that, and then Realm, because she can't equip a circlet. If I give her the Sage, not the Sage's Stone, the Magic Cube, suddenly she's got a ton of MP, and then she won't run out as easy. Okay, that's slightly optimized. I feel like I sort of messed it up the first run of equipment, so that's a little bit better. Alright, anyway guys, I'm having fun rambling, but we should probably cut the episode, and next time we'll try to make some actual progress on the story, or at least a side quest. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Hope you're still enjoying the series with me, having some fun. We're getting close to the end of the game, and it's nice to just experiment with the characters a little bit, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'll see you next time for Strago's adventures.